All right, so I've had some requests online for an escape to the reverse sit. I have been posting some videos on how to defend against the back step, and there is a very important distinction to the back step and the reverse sit. So today, we're going to look at the reverse sit escapes. The options are a little bit limited. I have 3 technical escapes today. I'm going to show one, but there are some dangers involved with it. Number 1, I'm going to have to take my hand out of the underhook position. The underhook position is where I get to hide my hand so it doesn't get comored, doesn't get arm barred, I don't get arm triangled, but when I take it out of there, I'm making myself susceptible to getting underhooked. The good news is that the reverse sit kind of circumvents the underhook. People that reverse sit aren't playing for the underhook, they're playing for the reverse sit. So you might have a little bit of success with this, you might not. Taking your hand out of the armpit can get you into some trouble, I'm not going to lie to you, okay? But if we set it up correctly and we time it correctly, we're going to get out. The base and the timing has to be perfect on this. You've already made a bunch of mistakes, all right? So let's take a look at it. Number 1, when I'm in half guard, you should frame this knee. Sorry. Right, Fred?
Yes, sir.
That's something Fred's been working on, guys. Framing this knee is what stops him from reverse sitting. When you come here and he turns the whole body, oh man, that's where you get crushed. If your hand had been on the knee, this never would have happened. Now, my hand is in the armpit where it's supposed to be. It's the underhook. I teach my students that if you can't get the underhook, reverse sitting is the answer, all right? Because now he's crushing my upper body. This is rough. So I'm going to take my free hand over here, and I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to grab the pants, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly pull on this leg to try to get the leg to come out. He's going to pull back. Whoop, normal. All right? I don't necessarily even have to make any space with it, but I want to feel his leg stress to go into the bottom of my thigh right there, okay? Once I feel that he's committed to keeping this, like I'm trying to lift him up, that's when I'm going to take my hand out of the safety of the armpit, and it's going to go up here by the neck. We'll catch it in a different angle in a second, okay? Now, I'm going to pull, right? I'm going to act like I'm keeping his head down tight. I'm going to pull this leg, and when he brings it back in is when I'm going to bridge off that outside foot. If you screw this up, he's going to pass, all right? But he's probably going to pass anyway, okay? So my foot goes to the floor, and my hand's going to chalk here at the back of the thigh. My other arm's going to come up here towards the neck, and I'm going to bridge, and I'm going to come all the way over top. Timing, base, and you have to have some perception on what that leg is doing. Remember, your arm is out of place. You can get underhooked, and if you mess this up, you're just going to kick the leg out and go to side control, okay? This is not a place you want to be. Right now, you're doing triage. You've made a bunch of bad mistakes. They've reverse sat on you, and this is something that you're trying to do to get back into the game. So if you have problems with this, cool, you made some other mistakes to get here, all right? It's not necessarily that you did this escape incorrectly, but there are dangers associated with escaping from anything. I tried to frame the knee. Oh, I missed it. He reversed that. Oh, right? I reached down. I'm grabbing those pants. Remember, don't reach 4 fingers in because that's illegal. You grab right down here on the calf. Now, I'm trying to lift him up here. Look how I'm pulling him. Yeah, you see how he kept pulling that leg in. Awesome. When I come here and I feel him coming back in, that's when that leg comes here. That foot comes to the floor, right? Here, that foot comes to the floor. Boom, I'm going to roll back over and I'm up on top. This hand is a little bit safer right here. You get lazy with it, he starts to Americana or Kimura. Oh man, that's terrible. So I keep it buried. So I'm trying to pull that leg out and he's pushing back into me. I'm trying, oh, bummer, okay? Boom, here, right? Now I'm gonna pull that leg out. He pulls it back in, foot. I'm gonna bridge and come over top. It's very dependent on that bottom leg pulling back in. That bottom leg pulling back in is what gives me the small pivot point to turn back over. And it's also turning his back a little bit towards the floor. That's the nature of turning that knee in, okay? Timing is important. So look at that same angle right here again, right? So I missed it. Oh, bummer, right? Maybe my hand got caught out of angle. That's fine. I'm tight. Protect your neck. You don't want to get lassoed here, okay? Look, I'm keeping pressure into that. If you're a person that likes to keep your head on the floor, that's fine. You just come right here and tight. And maybe he's thinking, grab a hold of this arm. Grabbing a hold of that arm. I'm trying to pull that leg back. When he pulls it in is right when I go over. That make sense? You get it all on camera? Did we roll off?
No, you didn't roll
good?
off. Yeah.
Fantastic. Guys, dangerous, okay? That arm is out of place, but we're making hasty decisions to get out of bad places, okay?